Good Tuesday morning to Eastern PA weather 30 meteorologist Bobby Martrich. This is your outlook for February 11th, 2014. And we're going to start off with the model overview for the next storm. This is the big storm that's coming in on Wednesday night and will last through Friday morning in some places. And we're going to start off with a NAM here. We're going to start off with the models that do not agree with our forecast first. And we don't think that the NAM is correct. And we'll show you why here in a second. This is actually looking at Wednesday afternoon. You can see this area of energy down south here in the Gulf states here. This is what we're following here. And you'll see that it does, in fact, make the turn up the coast here. Actually not in a pretty bad position here. Everything looked like it was going okay here at this point. And then after this point, low pressure is sitting right over Hatteras. And for some reason, it doesn't want to close off this low. It's only 1,004 millibars at this point here, but that in part is because the phase comes in too late, and the precipitation down south seems very unconsolidated and unorganized, and did not match the upper air pattern. So when we look at what goes into a storm and making of a storm, you have to look at the 500 millibar charts, and you have to see what exactly is going on in the upper atmosphere, because that is going to tell what's going to happen down to the surface. And we were able to look at that and see that the NAM is not following the upper air pattern. So what it does here is kind of a little strange here. It actually takes it a little bit further to the east here. It just juts everything east. Not sure if this is convective feedback or what, but it just takes everything from Hatteras and takes us way east here. And then so that the moderate snow stays from the Lehigh Valley and points southeast and doesn't get up into the rest of Pennsylvania on this point here. Then you can see here the next frames here. Still a pretty good size low, 996 millibars sitting out here. But you see it's like an elongated low here, and it cuts off the precipitation on the western flank pretty quickly and pretty abruptly. So the NAM does not do much in the way of getting heavy snow much further to the northwest of I-95. Going to the GFS now. The GFS has been steadily consistent, saying this is going to be a very weak event, and it was on its own with this idea until the NAM came in and just agreed with it a little bit. But now the GFS is going the other direction. Here's the system here. Now you can see it's still east of Hatteras here. I think this is incorrect. I think it actually either tracks over Hatteras or just to the west. This is where the Euro has it, right about here. Okay, and the Euro takes it on a path kind of like this, just over southeastern Delaware, just south of Cape May, and then it heads up like this. Okay, and because the Euro takes that track, you got some really big snows here, back here in interior PA, northwest of 95. Now, GFS, you can see where the low is here. It's about 50 miles east of Hatteras, and the next frame here it starts to build this thing up pretty nicely. So you're getting some moderate snows up here into northwest I-95 here. And then next frame, same thing, very big storm here, 988 millibars. But you see how far east it is. At this same time frame, the European model is sitting right here with the low. So that's the difference in the precipitation here. You're getting a solid 4 to 8 inch snowstorm up in this area here, but it could be a lot more if this thing is a little bit more wrapped up and further west, like the European model has it. Why do I keep referencing the European model? Well, the European model has been the most consistent, has 14 consecutive runs now, showing a big storm of some magnitude up in our coverage area, within our coverage area here. And you can see where this is the free image I'm allowed to show you on the European model. See the low is just west of Hatteras here and really amped up already, 993 millibars at this point. And again, it takes a path just like this, and then heads up here to the Gulf of Maine eventually, where it really bombs out. But because it takes that path closer and it's more amped up to that point, you get some seriously heavy snowfall back in this area here. And the reason we're going with it, we have the European model has a 51-member individual ensembles that run with the European model itself. So it's almost like take the European operational run, the main Euro run, and it's the computer simulation runs it an additional 50 times. Those 51 members are blended together, and they're made into an ensemble mean. And the mean agrees with the operational and has been agreeing with the operational this entire time. It is very difficult to argue against a European model with that much support, with both the Canadian model and the UK Met. Same thing. They're all showing a very big storm here along the coast. So we're going to stick with it, kind of ride the bull until he bucks you here and see where it goes. But we're very aggressive with that because of that. We think with the Euro track that's going to put a low sitting right down here, just off the coast of Cape May. You're going to have some big snows here. They're going to be over a foot in the interior here, for anywhere from south central PA, actually down here the Baltimore Washington area, are going to get hit pretty hard too, all the way up into eastern half of northeast PA. This obviously goes straight through the Reading, Lehigh Valley, up into northwest New Jersey as well, and then into New England. But we think this is our heaviest potential for receiving more than a foot of snow, and a good bet in this area would be a 12 to 18 inch snowfall. Now, we are going to look and see if they have any shifts in the track here. Like I said, anything that is going to be further east here is going to make a big difference here. I don't know what I just did there. Anything that makes a shift just to this point right here, instead of being right along Cape May here, will now shift this axis a little bit further to the southeast. So you might have a cutoff right about here instead. So that's something we're going to have to watch for. There is going to be a pretty tight gradient on the northwest side here, so we're going to have to narrow that down when we get to our second call, which will be this evening, and expect that around the same time, about 8 p.m. this evening. So until then, you can follow the updates on Twitter at EPAWA1, EPAWA1, I'm sorry, and also on the Facebook page. As always, I'm Eastern PA Weather Authority meteorologist Bobby Martrich. That is your outlook for February 11th, 2014. Have a great Tuesday.